Hello my dear students. Today we are going to see the distribution, that is frequency discontinuous frequency distribution. Okay, so from the construction of the histogram we are going to see this discontinuous frequency distribution. Understand? So we have completed continuous frequency distribution. Today we are going to see the discontinuous. I explained you in last class what is mean by continuous and discontinuous. Continuous, it is nothing but we have the class interval as 0 to 10, and again the 10 it will be coming on the next class interval, but here it will be coming as, see, listen, 10 to 15. So again the 15 it will not arise, the 16 will arise instead of 15. Understand? So now 10 to 15, then 16 to 21, then after that 22 to 27. Likewise, the class interval arise. This is mean by discontinuous frequency distribution. Understand? Okay. Now we are going to go through the sum. See, listen, what is mean by discontinuous distribution? Discontinuous frequency distribution. First of all, we should know about the discontinuous. We have completed that. So after this, how should we calculate the frequency of this discontinuous frequency distribution? We have to understand first. See, listen, the following table gives the number of literate females in the age group 10 to 45 years in a town. Okay, so they have given that age group and the number of females. Okay, so age group according to the given, they have split as a class interval. Now we are going to see that females also. Okay, how many females are included in that class interval? They explained. Okay, they have given. Now you are going to draw a histogram to represent the above data. So now we are going to draw this histogram to represent the data. So how should we have to draw? See, listen, instead of we have calculated the x-axis and y-axis as like this. Is it right? Now how should we calculate this 300, 900, 800 and all? So we have to calculate the y-axis as 100. Each boxes it will contain 100. Okay, so we have to take that graph sheet. We have to take that graph sheet. Then in this graph sheet we have to take that, see, listen, 10 only we are having, so it will contain 0. The first starting point is 0. So 0 to 10 we are not having any frequency. Is it right? Yes, any frequencies. So now we are going to take that, see, listen, up to 9.5. okay, so they have given that 10. So according to this, first of all we have to calculate the continuous distribution using the adjustment factor. Understand? So adjustment factor, it is very important, because this given distribution is discontinuous. If we represent the given data as it is by graph, we shall get a bar graph. Okay, so we should not get that as a bar graph. Here they don't ask. We have to draw the histogram. Histogram is nothing but we have to take it in a continuous distribution, continuous frequency distribution. If it is available in the discontinuous distribution, we have to change it as a continuous distribution to in finding the adjacent factor. Understand? So now we have to take out the class interval first. Now, see, listen, we are going to find out the continuous frequency table. Why we are going to find out the continuous frequency table means the histogram. If we drawn this, see, listen, இங்கே வந்து நம்ம இப்போ ஒரு கிராஃப்ல இப்படி இப்போ 10ல இருந்து 20, ஓகேவா? ஸோ 10ல இருந்து 20, again அவங்க வந்து 21ல இருந்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க இல்லையா. ஸோ இப்படி வரைஞ்சோம்னா அதுக்கு பேர் பார் கிராஃப். இப்படி வரைகிறது பார் கிராஃப் கிடையாது. கண்டினியூஸாக நமக்கு வர்றது தான் இது ஹிஸ்டோகிராம் இல்லையா. ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போகிறோம்னா கண்டினியூஸாக வர வைக்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போகிறோம், இந்த ரெண்டையும் நம்ம வந்து கண்டினியூஸாக வர வைக்கிறதுக்காக பண்ண போகிறோம். ஓகேவா. ஸோ அதுக்கு தான் இப்போ வந்து அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஃபேக்டர் அப்படின்னு ஒன்று வந்து ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஓகேவா. ஸோ இப்போ அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஃபேக்டர் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் we are going to calculate. See, listen. We are going to calculate this. See, listen, if it is having the lower limit, this I informed you, this is an lower limit and this is an upper limit. Is it right? So, consider this lower limit. We have to subtract this 1. See, listen, 15 to 16. 16ல இப்போ வந்து 15 இருக்கு. 15க்கு அடுத்த நம்பர் நமக்கு 16 இருக்கு. 16ல இருந்து 15 மைனஸ் பண்ணணும்னா நமக்கு டிஃபரன்ஸ் வந்து 1 இல்லையா. ஸோ இப்போ இந்த 1ல பாதி நமக்கு என்னது 0.5 இல்லையா. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன பண்ணணும்னா இதில் லோயர் லிமிட்டில் 1 சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணிவிட்டு 0.5ஓட ஆட் பண்ணிக்கணும். இப்போ வந்து எனக்கு 10 to 15 இருக்கு இல்லையா. ஸோ இப்போ இதை வந்து நான் வந்து 1 சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுறேன். அப்போ சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுனா 10 மைனஸ் 1 வந்து எனக்கு 9. அதில் 0.5 நான் ஆட் பண்ணிக்கணும். புரியுதா. இதுதான் கண்டினியூஸ் ஃபேக்டருக்கு உண்டான ஃபார்மேட். ஓகே. தென் நவ் வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு see that upper limit. We are going to add 0.5 to the upper limit. Then it will become 15.5. Understand. So it is an easy way to find out that adjustment factor. Understand. So listen, here 16 is having. So 16. So 16 means I already informed you the lower limit it should be subtract from 1. Then it will become 15. Then 15. If it is 15, 15.5 it will come. Okay. So after this here 21. Then 21 we have to add 0.5 to the 21 upper limit. Okay, understand. So the tabular column it will become, if it is like this, so the tabular column it will become the continuous series. See, listen, 9.5, 15.5 and 15.5 to 21.5 to 21.5 to 27.5. Likewise it came as a, that is the tabular column it came as a continuous series. Why we are going to form adjustment factor to find out the histogram. Okay, to find out the histogram we need the continuous series. Understand. To calculate it in a graph. So listen, according to this we have to draw the graph. So as well as I informed you, so listen here 0. So what is the first starting number? 9.5. We have to write that 9.5. Then after that, see, listen, after this 9.5 we are having 15.5 in upper limit, this term upper limit and this term lower limit. So we can write that, after this we can write that 15.5. Understand. So listen, 15.5, then after the 21.5, 21.5. So how many numbers it has been? See, listen, upper limit minus lower limit. We have to calculate upper limit minus lower limit to find out the x-axis. x-axisல எவ்வளோ நம்பர் இருக்குன்னு, எவ்வளோ இயர்ஸ் நம்ம வந்து இது பண்ணி போகிறோம் அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், இது வச்சு தான் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். அப்பர் லிமிட்டையும் லோயர் லிமிட்டையும் மைனஸ் பண்ணினீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஆன்சர்ஸ் கிடைச்சிடும். ஓகேவா. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன பண்ணணும், 15.5லேருந்து 9.5 மைனஸ் பண்ணினீங்கன்னா உனக்கு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் வந்து 6 வருது. அப்போ எக்ஸ்-ஆக்சிஸில் 1 யூனிட்க்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், 6 இயர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து நம்ம வந்து இதை எடுக்கிறோம். ஓகேவா. ஸோ லைக்வைஸ் we have to write. So after this y-axis we know that it is 100. I already explained you that females it should be taken as 100. Understand. So likewise, according to the tabular column given, so that this is the discontinuous distribution frequency is changed as continuous frequency distribution. Then we can calculate the histogram according to the tabular column. Understand. So I have explained you yesterday itself how to draw the histogram. So likewise you have to draw, children. Just listen the video twice or thrice, then only you can understand the sum. Thank you, students.